My name is Rihanna Binkley. I am the project manager for this oral history project, and I work with One Treasure Island. And this is Melanie. I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, yes, my name is Melanie Williams Jones, and I am One Treasure Island.
So today is Tuesday, March 29th. It's a little after 1 p.m. And we are recording for Treasured Stories, the oral histories of Treasure Island from 1997 to present. Okay, let's get started. I'm just going to start with a really open-ended, vague question. And tell me about the first time you came to Treasure Island.
First of all, I would like to say thank you so much because I moved in Treasure Island in 1999. I was coming from Glide Memorial Church from a program. I was in a program called Epiphany Center for Women's in Recovery with my son in my stomach and Melanie and James and my two kids, well, three. I came to Treasure Island in 1999, and then I got into the program Shelter Plus Care Catholic Charity. I think it was Shelter Plus, no, it was Catholic Charity. And it was an experience of my whole life. They helped me. They showed me how to be a parent, how to take care of myself, how to grow up, put down childish things. And they said, you can't do this. But I was scared because, you know, in 1999, it was way different than now. And then I'm pregnant with my son that came out on Treasure Island. So it was an experiment that long ago, but it was an amazing experiment. And I'm still here 50 years later. And all my kids was here with me. And I came and it was just nothing on the island but a program. And then I think it was about 10 people. And it was amazing. Staff was, and we said, we're going to do this. And I said, where's everybody at? And I said, when we came to the island, it was 10 people. It wasn't nobody here. And they said, we cut the ribbon. And I was with Newsom and Nancy Promotion and all them. So it was just amazing. And that was in 1999 when I first touched down to Treasure Island. So that was really nice. But I was pregnant with my Treasure Island baby. And I had my other two kids, Melanie and James. And the program people brought me in just like family. They said you could do this, and I never forget. And I've been doing it ever since.
So tell me, when did you first learn that you were coming to Treasure Island, and what did you think about that?
When they told me, first they said that, oh, it's no room. I remember this. I was in the program, I was living at 835 O'Farrell over by Glide. And they said we was going through workshops. We had to go through workshops to get here. And so when we got here, we was going through workshops and they said they only could pick certain people. It wasn't like a lottery. It was just like we had to go through workshops. And I, you know, I was already doing that. So, and you know, and I used to always show up to all the workshops anyway. So when they said Treasure Island, you know, everybody in the workshop looking around, where is that? Where's the island? And I'm looking like this, as long as I got a place to stay with my son, I'm going to the island. But it was scary because we didn't know where we was going. You know what I'm saying? But when they said Treasure Island, I said, oh, it got to be Gilligan Island. I kept on saying the plane, you know, I'm a funny person. I was saying Gilligan Island, the plane, the island. But I was so happy because I remember from where I come from and to come here, it would be a change for my life. And it was a change that you would never believe.
So what happened, like, so you were in the program. When did you get out of the program and move into a residence on the island?
I had just graduated from the program and I was the first one that got the first housing on Treasure Island with Catholic Charity.
Wow. Can you tell me about that time?
Yes.
Like what the island was like and what living on the island was like and like who else was around?
Oh, you know what? This is really a good interview, but I would have to, like, with my mind now and 20 years later, all I can remember was Shelter Plus Care. It was Sherry Williams. It was Nella, Eric. It was another lady. I don't know. I can't get her name, but she was our case manager. And I remember Nella, Eric, Cheryl, and it was another lady. I don't know what her name is, but she was our case manager. It was just about 10 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so good because out of them people showing us and helping us and tell us that we could get our first housing, it was a miracle. But then I'm pregnant, so it was like overwhelmed. I got somewhere to stay. I come from homeless. I come from poverty. I got off drugs, been clean ever since. So it was like a blessing for me. But it was Cheryl, Nella, Eric, and Sherry Williams. It was who else? Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon was here. And it was other people. But them was the main ones. And I had a case manager, but I don't know if it was the man. I don't remember because it was so much. You know, that was
Yeah.
1999.
Yeah. Well, so explain what has changed and what the island has gone through since you've been there, because you're one of the people who've been there the longest, really.
You know what? I have seen so much change. People then left the programs. The people is not here no more. The people that I came with. I see the growth in the island. I see that now, if you wait long time and long suffering, it pays off. But what I do see though, we like the island told us a long time ago, and the people, we need to stick together.
Oh, Melanie, you're breaking up a little bit.
Love so much. I don't hear fuss.
Oh, you
Can you hear me
broke up.
now?
You broke up a little bit. Yeah. Can you say what you said again?
Okay, I said I see. Okay, say the question again, ma'am.
Just kind of tell me about how the island changed since you've been here.
Oh, it's been a big change. But what I do see, okay, let me sit down. It been a big change, and it been like people didn't come and go, but the program's still here and the tools to reach out and get the help. But it have been a lot of changes. And it's good because everything is not going to stay the same.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Changes is going to come. But it's like me being, if I didn't have y'all in the program still here, or people like you to call me, talk, Melanie, do something, dog park, let's get out, sailing program, Treasure Island, gym, the pantry. If I didn't have that, I probably wouldn't have nothing. So the support system is here, but we have to want to use the tools.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I love Treasure Island.
Yeah. Tell me about what kind of other things you do on the island.
Oh, you wouldn't want to know this. I do everything. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to tell you what I did when I first got here. I cut the ribbon and went to Washington, D.C. and told my personal achievement award. You cannot get that from nobody. And they picked me, a wretch like me. And I had never been on an airplane. So it was my first time on the airplane. And I said, what's going on? They said, well, they picked you to go get a personal achievement award, Melanie, from Washington, D.C. I said, I never been nowhere. I said, can they just mail it? That lady said, no, you got chosen. So I got that award, went to go Washington, D.C., me and Nella. That was the best thing in the world for me to get chosen. I told my life testimony because this is my story. This is real. Mm-hmm. I'm living it. Then my son came out, and he wasn't a Navy-based baby, but then they found me and the journalist in Treasure Island, going to Treasure Island School. And I didn't even know that my mother was helping me. Well, I lived in Marin City, and my mother was I was catching the bus every day to Treasure Island School, so I ended up finding my teacher, Miss Carnazola. So what I did ever since that, 1999, went to Washington, D.C., Personal Achievement Awards. I've been a leader for Treasure Island. I've been a big role model. I want to show up, and it's not about what they got. It's what that I need. If I didn't have this support system in Treasure Island and a place to live, I wouldn't have nothing else. I wouldn't know what to do. So it was kind of strange because I ended up graduating from the program. So I ended up going to Shelter Plus Care, Rubicon, Catholic Charity, and now I'm First Home with the Village. So that's like not being not tossed up like a salt shaker, but I went through all them programs and all these people to support me and my family. And I can't ask for nothing else. But I'm on the board with Treasure Island, CAF. I am a Treasure Island leader. I support the community. I was at the Boys and Girls Club supporting and volunteering there. I supported the Treasure Island School when we was there, and I support the whole community. So when people see me, they say, "Hi, Melanie." I'm saying, "Yeah, the plane coming, Treasure Island." So I'm a person that's giving back and just telling people my story. And then a lot of people say, "Well, why you like the island?" I don't know nothing else. 50 years. So, but my kids now are older. So it's a lot of more work, but it's okay. It all paid off.
Have you ever thought about being anywhere else ever?
Right now, what's going on, I think that I wouldn't want to be nowhere else but Treasure Island.
Right.
Nowhere else. Now, with this world going on now, I think this is the best place. Now, I wouldn't want to be in Oakland. I wouldn't want to be in Stockton. I wouldn't want to be in Richmond. I wouldn't want to be in Antioch. I wouldn't want to be in Pittsburgh. So right now, I would just want to be on the island. I think this is the best place for me and my family.
So what are your hopes and dreams for Treasure Island in the future?
My hopes and dreams for the future is the island keep getting what San Francisco got. I would like the island to have Walmarts, coffee shops, more sports for the kids. Everything that the city have, I think that we should be qualified. Swimming pool. We already got the biggest gym in San Francisco. I just think that we need more, and I know that it's coming, but I really appreciate all the work that it took, long suffering. See, sometimes you got to sit back and wait for the prize to come. And I'll look at it. I waited 50 years now. I could wait 50 years later. But I just want the future to be love. Everybody come with love. And then I want all the people to come because we need more support here. Because like you worked up there with Catholic Charity, Shelter Plus Care. When I met you, welcome to Treasure Island. You've been supporting since you've been there. It's not just your job. You love us because you love us. So that's what we need. Just more for the future to come, more for the future, and people come with love and not throw us out. You know what I'm saying? Since we been here so long, the long people should get most entirely to be able to get everything when the new stuff comes. First priority.
Okay. So I want to, did you tell me about some of your personal experiences on the island? Like I know that you had the first child that was born on the island. And weren't you also the first resident to get married on the island?
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a story?
Oh. That's a big one. But yes, okay. The first baby that came out Treasure Island. And I know that they had kids like in the Navy and the Army when the Army and stuff was here. But that was a miracle. And the baby came out while it was on TV.
What?
So I went into labor, yes. I went into labor when they was doing it. So Jamal Trayvon Dixon was the first baby born on Treasure Island. I went to labor. And the TV. I had just finished speaking, like I'm speaking now, and I was standing up in the baby game. I never forget that. And I never forget that because know what they said? I said, where's all the people? I think my water bag busted. And it was coming. So he came. And guess what? It wasn't nobody to get me to the hospital or nothing, but guess what? They got me there. And it wasn't, the fire department was here, but it was in a different place. And we had the pantry on this street. I mean, I've been through it with the baby I had. And it was a miracle because right after I finished speaking, my son came out my stomach. And people was going, oh, the news people was there. I was all scared. They got me to the hospital. And you're right. After that, my husband wasn't here with me. See, you have to understand, when I came to the island, I was pregnant, Melanie and James. And I had a baby in me. And that's the baby, the Treasure Island baby. Then my husband came. Then God brought him. And then we got married on Mother's Day in the church in the front of Treasure Island. And then I didn't even know that that was a history. So all this excitement going on, all this development going on, and everything is happening for the good. And I was overwhelmed. I always get overwhelmed. That's why I drank a lot of coffee. I was going, wait, this is about to happen. This is happening. This is happening. So I'm all, and then I want to go tell people the good news. See, that's who I am. Like, oh, this is happening, ma'am. Hi, guess what? Treasure Island, the boat is here. So people looking like, oh man, I'm all happy, you know what I'm saying? So it's been, this island has been amazing story, a journey. It's been a journey for me, and it's been my life story. So that's why I always tell people, it's not just about a community, it's about loving the community. Being around people that if I get sick and fall out, I can knock on your door and I can say, guess what? Can you watch my son? Or when you have to go to, like, come to carpool or something, and we have to go to the doctor, I can say, guess what? Let me call my neighbor, Annie, or somebody to help me. And that's what I found here on Treasure Island. I don't really find it in the city or anywhere else because my mother passed away. I don't have, my husband got a pacemaker and a kidney, and my son got 8 bullets in him. So all I know is Treasure Island. I don't have my mother no more, and my father is not here. My grandmother is gone. So all I know is this is my family.
I love that. Thank you. And I just also wanted to ask, tell me, you're also involved with the Treasure Island Yacht Club, right?
Yes, I am.
Do you want to talk about that at all?
You know, that, oh, they adopted me in like a family. I went up there to the yacht club while I was at the store one day. And they said, well, Melanie, don't you want to know more about your history? And wasn't your son in the Mission Dragon at Mission? No, he said, didn't your son play rugby? And then he played, my son was on the Mission High School Dragon competition, and with rugby. See, my son, the one that was born, the Treasure Island baby, Jamal was a big football player, and he's ambidextrous, so he did a lot of sports. He did the rugby, he did the skate park, and he did Mission High School with the Dragon boat. We did that years. We had all this here, Fleet Market, everything on Treasure Island. And you know, it was kind of sad that some of the stuff had to leave, but I know it's coming back. So that was amazing for me to go to the store and then my people adopt me in. They said, Melanie, would you like to be on our board? And I said, well, long as if I be on your board, I'll be helping Treasure Island. What is it? They said it's a yacht boat dragon, because your son did the sailing program. You involved in the community, and would you like to be on it? I said, well, I'm on everything else. I don't want to say no. Oh, so, but you know what? That been a big experience for me too, because for them people to invite me in, and they remind me of my grandmother, like I was telling you the other day, older people that been here, that got wisdom, and know what they told me? Come on, when I got there, they said, oh, invite your husband up, invite your family. We're gonna give you the key. You can be up in here just when you need some relaxing. I said, oh, look at the water. They said, no, Melanie, because guess what? You should be a part of this. And you know what? And that's what I love about Treasure Island, because everybody that came through my life through that program have touched me. And they told me, you know what? Keep going. It was three things. You're tireless over stuff. Keep going. Don't look back. And if I didn't have people like Sherry Williams, Nella, you, other people that come along and tell me that, I probably would have gave up a long time ago.
Mm. That's amazing. Thank you.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about anything else? You've done so good so far.
You know what I could talk about? I really just want to say this. I really know that life is what you put out. And I'm just so glad that I have been here this long to tell the story, to live the story, and then open up more doors for other people, because it's not about me at the end of the day. It's about the miracle that's coming. But I would like to stand up for people that can't stand up for themselves. And sometimes I look at myself, well, I got to do this, got to go to the island. And one thing I love the island, everything is here. Y'all helping us with food. Y'all help us with programs. Y'all help people get off drugs. Y'all support people financial. Y'all help me be a leader to go out to even want to volunteer or want to go help somebody else. And that's what I see in the community. But what I do see too, that we need to come on more together, because now it seems like we're not divided. But a lot of people are saying, well, I don't care what Treasure Island do. No, you should care, because Treasure Island had did a lot for us. It's time for us to step out on faith and see what other else that we could help other people come. And when I say that, you know, it's like we all big and about what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. All we need to do is just be humble and wait, because guess what? He will never give up on you. And our community is for people who want to live in this community and keep living. That's what I told the people. They said, "Mother, where you want to stay at? Would you want to stay up on top or come down?" Guess what I told them? I don't care if it's up top of the road or down the road. I still got to come outside and talk to my community. So just like the dog park, that pretty view, the water, do you see this $1 million island? You know, I'll be like this. I'm so amazed about all the hard work that people put in to get the island together. Now I don't really see the problem. And then, you know, I tell my kids, this is the safest place that you could go, because you go anywhere else, anything can happen to you. Mm-hmm. But they got that mindset though. Now they older. But by me growing up my family here and seeing it, and then look at getting married in a church on Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. Oh no. That wasn't nothing but the grace. Mm-hmm. And you know, and some people always say, "Oh, you always happy to talk about Treasure Island, Treasure Island." I said, because guess what? Only if you knew how much this meant. Mm-hmm. And if you could see the real history. This is a big, big picture. You know, I don't see the little picture. Mm-hmm. I see the big view. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. That was great. I really appreciate you taking the time to be a part of this project. We were not going to let you say no, because we needed to have you be part of the project. So thank you so much. If you feel like you're finished, we can stop recording. We can chat for a little bit.
Yes, I would love for that. But I want to say one thing.
Yes, of course.
I love Treasure Island. Just for the future, keep bringing more people, and we all need help, and help is on its way. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. My name is Melanie Williams Jones.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Don't leave.